Hello, hello, hello there. This is Veronica Coney from the founder of Healthy Inspirational Living, where it's all about health and wellness, healthy relationships, financially healthy. Everything about health and wellness, healthy physically, mentally, and of course on the other ladder, spiritually. So today I just want to have a conversation about a recent, thing that kind of like got me questioning, or got me really going back and revisiting and processing the whole situation. And I want to talk about healthy relationships, what they are, how do we conduct them, and how do we maintain them, right? And first, I'm going to start with a little story I went through, and then I'm going to end it with a conversation I had with a guy last night. So essentially, at the beginning of this year, I made a declaration saying I'm going to start dating, right? Because, of course, I'm looking for a partner. I mean, I'm not looking for a partner, but I desire to have a partner. Somebody I can really rock out with, somebody that can rock out with me, and all that cute little stuff. Anyway. So I ended up meeting this guy, and we met up. We have been talking back and forth on social media for a while. We've been knowing each other for a long time. So anyway, started talking one day. We met up with each other, had a conversation. It was a very good conversation. We wanted to see each other again and again and again and again, right? So initially, we started off really fast. It went kind of fast, and so. During that first time we met, I ended up being diagnosed with COVID, and I got really sick. And this person really, really, really supported me. He was really there for me, and I really was like, oh my God, this is beautiful. So I think I fell in love with the idea of having somebody so generous and just so compassionate. And it's all these wonderful things you desire in a mate. So I was okay, so I could see this going XYZ, right? So I think I visualized it and taking it to another level too fast. And that wasn't the case. I didn't know, but we were still trying to kind of process this thing and work this thing out. So long and short, out of the beautiful, nice time we have had together, eventually it came to an abrupt end, right? With no closure, no conversation, no processing it. Because I think it's just dead. And then I'm like, so I had to process this, right? It was 6 beautiful months, a little turbulence here and there, but overall, it was a healthy situation. I figured it was healthy. No one, no one disrespected one another. There was no brutal arguments or no crazy toxic stuff going on. It was just silently, this is not gonna work, right? So it abruptly ended with no explanation, no closure, no anything. So after just sitting back and processing everything, I had to sit back and kind of figure out, like, okay, what was my part in this? What did I miss? Like, how did this happen? So anyway, after processing everything, I came to the conclusion that it's okay. Sometimes we get into these things, right, and we fall in love with the process of that first honeymoon phase, and we wanted to stay there, right? And we can't imagine it out. We can't imagine life without that little honeymoon phase. We wanted to stay right there, right? But all the time, that's just not the case. It's just, sometimes we have situations where we have non-negotiables, right, inside of us that we have not fully established because we don't want to hurt the other person's feelings, or we just don't want to be vulnerable enough to say, hey, I want XYZ, that's not going to work. Or, just I don't know, it's maybe afraid of a challenge. I don't know, but what I do know is it's okay. I had to really basically sit down and process. It's like, you know what, Veronica, it's okay. It was a very, very, very beautiful, nice time. I had a great time, a wonderful person. Not really angry at the person. I'm trying to find a place to be angry, but it's crazy when you had such a beautiful time and when you're mature, you cannot find a space to be angry at a time like this. So I gotta say, I'm not angry. It's just that I know that we were on 2 different pages, and it just isn't that, and I'm okay with that. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know that it's okay. It's okay if a person that you really, really like, or you really into this person, and you feel like it was gonna be something more than, and you come to find out it wasn't what you thought it was or what your expectations were, it's still okay. It's okay. You had fun. You enjoyed your time while you was there. Now it's time to kind of move on and do something different and learn from whatever it is that you felt like was uncomfortable or discomfort for you in that particular relationship. So to maintain healthy relationships, remember, it's okay if the person you drifted apart, or you're no longer seeing eye to eye, or you're no longer desirable for them, or they're no longer desirable for you. It's okay. It's totally okay. I don't know if you guys will ever rock out again like that, or you could mend some broken pieces. I don't know how that work. I don't even know how that look, but it's okay. So on the flip side, part two of this thing is I had a question, right? And last night I was having a conversation with someone, a guy. I have the potential of dating. I really like, okay, so let me see what's up with this guy, right? Because now I'm like, kind of open up, right? And I'm like, let's kind of see, like, what is all out here? Because there's millions and millions of people out here. So I was listening to somewhere where a guy said that the reason why women stay in toxic relationships with their potential others, and they get, it's very toxic, and they get abused in those relationships, is because they feel like it's a scarcity of the opposite sex out here, right? And that's vice versa, men or women. And I thought about it, I was like, dang, that makes perfect sense. So I want to say that it's millions and millions of people out here, so don't let no one joker stop no show. Don't let no one joker stop no show. You go out there, you have some fun, go and date as many people as you want. You ain't got to jump in bed with all of them, okay? You don't, matter of fact, you should not be jumping in bed with nobody that you don't know, because it could easily go left real quick, okay? But I just wanted to say that. So anyway, let me just get this out. So I was talking to this guy, and the conversation came up, and I always ask this question. I ask it on social media all the time. And I pose a question of, if, when you get into a relationship, do you, and you guys get married, or you got a significant other, you guys are exclusive, are you the type of man that pays all the bills, right? That's my first question. I'm going to ask him. I'm like, hey, we need to know this now, because I'm telling you, my philosophy, and look, I ain't trying to just be disrespectful or step on anyone's toes, but my desire is, if I have a significant other and I decide to get married to this man, bro, I expect you to pay all the bills. That's my expectation. You know why? And it's just my fault. It's just me, ladies. It's just Veronica style. I feel like a brother, you the man, you the provider, and the protector. You pay the cost to be the boss. That's your job. That's your duty. It didn't come from me. It came from the Creator. He created us like that. You are the man. You have the muscle. You have the testosterone. You have the balls. You have the penis. So you pay the cost to be the boss. You run this thing. And I heard my dad always say this, and this is his cliche all around the house. I pay the cost to be the boss. So I'm like, yeah, you pay all the bills. So now it took me a long time to process that, what he was really saying. But he was saying that I pay the cost to be the boss when I come home, when nobody's sitting on this porch. He used to be like, why we can't have company on the porch? He did not allow us to have any company on the porch. It would be like, I pay the cost to be the boss when I say go. And now I understand he was paying all the freaking bills, everything in the house. So he paid the cost to be the boss. And that was in the 80s when I was coming up, okay? So I know today things have changed. 9 times out of 10, it takes 2 incomes to run a household, right? And I understand that perfectly well. So some men might say, well, hey, I only make XYZ dollars a year, and she make more than me. So let's pay half of these bills. And my thing would be like, bro, let me put you in a position where you can make more money. Because we still living in the land of abundance. It's so much out here. It's so many things you can do to earn an extra income. So there's no way we should be lacking in any type of income. It's so many ways. I mean, if we look into entrepreneurship, there's no way that it's a household, and I'm just saying, it depends on his aspirations. It depends on her aspirations. If you really want to make it work, and if you really want to pay the cost to be the boss, you will find a way, right? Even in the land where it takes 2 incomes to run a household. Maybe you have to sacrifice some things. I don't know. But what I do know is, bruh, and if it's my man, my husband, I will push him to greatness, baby. This is all you. Let me figure this thing out. Let me help you. What we need to do. Let's figure this out to make sure you pay the cost to be the boss. But anyway, that's what I had to say, you guys. It was really nice expressing this and letting this out, and I would love for you guys to put your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. And let's continue this conversation. And let me ask you this: we're gonna begin to have just open discussions, because I really want to get into solid relationships and what those things look like. Because I think we're coming out the pandemic, and we've been lonely for a while, and some people has been so thirsty that they just shack up with any old body because they've been really lonely. So let's have to talk about, let's grow some autonomy and really talk about developing strong, healthy relationships. I'll talk to you guys later. Let's make sure you drop those comments in the comment section. Bye bye.